Hi everyone, this is Anna, one of your consumer technology specialists at Mid-Continent Public Library. Today we are going to look at Apple's video call software called FaceTime. FaceTime comes pre-installed on all Apple mobile devices as well as their computers. It can be connected to a phone number or an email address and then linked to your Apple ID, which is the account that you use for downloading apps on your device. FaceTime can be used for audio-only calls as well as for video calls. We are going to look specifically at the video call options today. Anyone can be invited to attend a FaceTime call regardless of whether they have an Apple device. This is fairly new. You will need the most current version of either Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge web browsers to access that call if you are on a non-Apple device. You do need an Apple device to set up or schedule the call. So if you want to schedule a call, you're going to open up FaceTime and you're going to locate the Create link in the menu that's on the left side of your screen. And when you tap Create link, you will get a pop-up menu with options to share the link. So you can choose one of the options provided, such as sending it through messages or mail, or you can tap Copy and copy the URL directly. So I'm going to tap Copy, and now I would be able to paste it into a text message. I could send it in an email if maybe my email isn't set up through the Mail app. I could send a calendar event and include the URL, or however I would like to share it. I would also want to let the recipient or the recipients know what the link is for. In this case, it would be a video call or a video meeting, as well as I would want to tell them the date and time that I want the meeting or the gathering to be. Because this meeting link will work at any time, so it's important to make sure everyone gets the communication of when the meeting is being scheduled or when the call is being scheduled so that everyone can arrive and attend at the correct time. This Create Link option can also be used if you want to host a video call immediately with someone who does not have an Apple device. So you would click to generate the link and then text or email the link to the other person so that you can both enter that meeting room or get on the call right away. So the person without the Apple device will use FaceTime through a web browser when they click the link that's provided. And this option does work for one-on-one calls as well as group calls. FaceTime is definitely set up to be more of a video call service than to be used for conferencing. So you can use it for a meeting, but it doesn't have quite as many features that aid meeting facilitation. Some of the other services that we've looked at are really geared towards meeting type video calls, and they just have some features that FaceTime does not have. But group FaceTime calls do allow up to 32 people at one time. This is a lower number than many of the other video conferencing services that we are looking at. Those allow up to 100 participants. The other way that we can start a video call is to choose one of our contacts who also has an Apple device, and then we'll select FaceTime. This can be done from our Contacts app or from the FaceTime app. So when you initiate a call, the other person is going to get a notification on their device, and it will ring for a certain period, almost like a regular phone call. And if the other person doesn't join the call in the allotted amount of time, you will get a call failed notification, and they will get a missed call notification. When you join a FaceTime call, it's going to look something like this. So right now I am on a FaceTime call, but no one else is in the call with me. So I can see the video feed of myself coming from my device's camera, and the dark area of the screen is where I would see the people that I'm talking to. I also can see that I do have a menu in the lower left corner of my screen. This position may actually change depending on how I have my device oriented. In landscape view, this menu is in the lower left corner. It may change if I switched to portrait view. In this menu, I can turn on speaker mode to make the audio louder. I can also tap the mic or camera icons to toggle them off and then back on. The icon with the square and the person is where I can find my share options. So that would be sharing my screen with the other people on the call. And then the red button with the X is what I will click to end or leave the meeting or call. If I tap on the little eye icon that is just right above my leave button, I can see another menu with options to add people to my call, share my call link, or turn on live captions and silence join requests. To make my thumbnail bigger and access a few more options, I'll just tap on that thumbnail image on my screen. And then I have icons at all the corners of my call window. So the icon in the upper left corner lets me turn portrait mode on or off. Portrait mode is going to blur the background of my screen just a little bit to make my face the focus. This is something that you might see done in portrait photography. When this icon is mostly white, that means that it's on, and when it's mostly the darker color, that means it's turned off. So now if I move clockwise around my video feed, the icon in the upper right corner of my call window can be tapped to minimize my call window back into the lower right corner of my screen. And then just below that, we'll switch my cameras. So the icon just below that in the bottom right corner will switch my cameras so I can go from the camera facing me to the one facing out into the space that I am in. And then if I tap it again, it switches back to the front facing camera, which is the one facing me. The icon in the lower middle area of my call window, this is to turn center stage on or off. And what center stage does is it adjusts your front-facing camera to help keep you in the frame, even if you move around. So just like the portrait mode icon, when the center stage icon is mostly white, that means it's on. When it's mostly dark, that means that it is turned off. But you can see when it's on, it does kind of do a little bit of a zoom to make your face more of the focus in the window available. And then the last icon in the lower left corner of my call window, that looks like a star, this is where I can access an effects menu. So I tap on the star icon to open it, and then I have a handful of options. I can add a filter to my video that changes the style of the video. I can also add text to my call window. I can also add shapes or Memoji stickers or emoji stickers. So I can turn these effects on and off at any time during the call. And as you can see by the example, they're really just for fun. You do need to have at least one other person on a call in order to share your screen, which makes sense. You need someone to share your screen with in order to share it. And unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties, I'm not able to show how the live captions work. Whenever I started a call and tried to turn live captions on, I had to re-download the software. And it does even say on this pop-up that the live captions are in beta. That means that the final version of them haven't been released yet. And every time you have to download the live caption software, it takes forever. Hopefully that will change in the future because that is a really important feature for any video call to have. So with the screen recording software that is on the Apple devices, you can't actually share your screen while you're recording it. So I can pull up the little share option, but it's grayed out on the iPad, which is where I am recording the screen right now. So I can share from my phone, and what happens is I just have to tap share my screen, and then I kind of can start seeing a little bit of something on the iPad, and I'm just able to kind of go through. And so if I was trying to show someone where to find a certain setting, like an accessibility setting, I could walk through it on my phone and still be talking to them just like I am right now. So that is pretty nifty. Unfortunately, I can't show you the other view of it. I'll just kind of put it in my little window here. So I see the little version of myself that's from the FaceTime chat window. And then what I see below is my settings, which is what is also being shown on the iPad screen for the people in the video call. So that is all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. That's it for today's video. If you liked it, make sure you let us know by following our MCPL 360 page on Facebook and our MCPL MO channel on YouTube. We premiere new videos every Wednesday and Friday at 1 p.m. And if you missed the live event, you can always find all of our videos on YouTube on one of our many technology-related playlists on our YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you again next time.